Welcome into your reading. So for the majority of you, you're coming across this video in January of 2025. So this message may be energy that is coming your way or that you're in at this time. It could probably bleed on into February as well. And then for others of you, if you're coming across this video later on, my intention is that you have or find some sort of message or truth in today's reading. So this reading today feels really upbeat and fun for me. Hopefully this is more of the energy that we get later on as we pull the tarot. But 3 cards fell out for you. And I felt compelled to take all 3 of them. Usually it's just one that I'll take. But the riddle came out with the siren and the sword. All right. So for some of you, it feels as though you are trying to figure someone out. You may be a siren in someone's life, or you may have a siren in your life. And it feels like whoever this is speaks a different language. That could be literally, or it could be metaphorically, right? As though you are communicating with someone, interacting with someone, and they are foreign to you. Okay, in some way. They may be from another place, from another country, or, another region, something like that. Or it could just be the fact that their experiences are very different from yours, or you've never met a person like this before, and you're trying to figure them out, and you feel as though they are a puzzle, or them you. Okay. With the sword, it's also telling me that you're cutting through the riddle, or you're putting the riddle together so you can find the truth. So this is giving me the sword of truth here. But this person, maybe you're very attracted to them, you're gravitated toward them. There's a pull, right? A magnet. Maybe you don't understand why you're feeling the way you are feeling. I don't know if this is going to be a love reading or not. It doesn't have to be. Maybe you came across someone that is of like minds, or, into the same creative zone that you're in, and you admire their work or their creativity or something like that, and you want to share ideas. But it just feels really intense, and I don't know, it feels deep. Okay. So I don't want to confuse depth with dark, right? Because that could happen. And maybe for some of you, that is the case. Like there's a dark undertone to this. But within the dark, I do feel a lot of color and vibrancy and bold. But depth as in there's meaning. There is, what is this? Like intention, right? Like awareness and presence in the moment that you are interacting or that you are admiring this person or this thing that's come into your life, The siren also talks, obviously, about a distraction, right? Or just the attention that someone gets for whatever reason. It could be your looks, it could be your talents, right? It could be maybe you're in some sort of like leadership position or something like that, where you are getting a lot of attention and requiring that attention as well. I'm getting that as well. Like someone requires attention. So we'll see how these all play out, but let's keep going. Overall, to me, the main card was the riddle card. So something doesn't make sense. You may be speaking in riddles. You may be speaking in poetry or in lyric or in song. It also feels like maybe what you want to say, like you want to say something, but you can't get it out. So you're speaking in tongue. You're speaking differently, right? Like maybe a little indirect as well. I don't know if this siren intimidates you at all. Dreams is coming through with the Herkimer diamond. You may be fantasizing about this situation or this person. You may be thinking about the future with this siren or them you. This person may be the person of your dreams. Okay. But you know, the siren, not all is as it seems, right? And I think you know that. That is why you're trying to cut through with your sword of truth here to figure them out. I'm also getting really strongly, and take it in a playful way because it's coming through in a playful way. But it's like you'll never be able to figure the siren out. Or if you're the siren, they're never going to be able to figure you out, right? Because that's just how things go with this type of character. And also as though whoever the siren is knows that the other person is trying to figure them out. Okay. So because they know that, they may be like a step ahead or something like that. Okay. But I don't know. It is coming through in a playful way. So we shall see. All right, Pisces. What is in the general personal energy for the Pisces at this time, please? Who am I reading for today? Pisces. What group of Pisces am I reading for today, please? What is in their general environment, energy? All right. So 2 cards came out. You have the Knight of Fire and the 8 of Air, the 8 of Wands. I'm sorry, 8 of Swords. Yeah, so, you know, like when you're dealing with a siren, that magnet, right? That ability to, for a siren type of person to put you in a trance. And I'm getting for some of you, what is that? Sleep paralysis is happening. Something about your sleep. Well, obviously you're a Pisces, so you do roll the sleep, but like something in your dreams, there's an inability to move. Maybe some of you are going through actual sleep paralysis. I don't know. That's strong. Okay. For some of you, you might be going through that. But other than that, it's just this type of person holds you in their magnet, holds you in their trance by how they speak, their moves, their tone, their vibe, their look, you know, what they say, what they don't say. Like there's so much, what is this? Like of a talent, okay, that goes into a siren type of person. There's this author named Robert Greene that writes a book about the art of seduction. And in this book he breaks down the different types of seducers. And one of them is the siren. So it brings me back to that personality or that character in a person, like that type of person. You may be dealing with someone like that. So I don't know if this is you or someone else, but Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands, very passionate, impulsive, sexual, you know, can't contain themselves, can't hold themselves down, has to go get the thing, has to pursue the thing, has to achieve the thing, you know, doesn't care about the consequences, right? So there's a lot of drive and energy going towards something. But at the same time, even though there's all of this movement, the 8 of Swords is saying that you feel stuck. So are you stuck in your pursuit of something? Okay. Then you also have the 4 of Swords as well. This may be a situation that you find healing for you. It almost feels as though this Pisces has been asleep or has been passionless or has not really had so much fire under them in a really long time, that this energy here with the siren and the riddle has sort of opened you up or woke you up from the dream or something like that, or maybe put you in the dream. I don't know. You tell me how that goes for you. But it was necessary to heal something, to help you heal a part of you here with the 4 of Swords. Now, the 4 of Swords also talks about chilling, right? Like just relaxing and, you know, sort of just not doing anything. Maybe a lot of like self-love, self-care type of things. Taking care of your body, of your mental state, I'm getting. And maybe you find that with this person, you can relax. With this person, you can come through like who you are, you know, and not feel the need to act a different way, or I don't know. It's all intertwined, right? Like all of this passion and momentum and focus towards something, along with the fact that you cannot unfocus, right? You cannot get out of this path that you're on, of that thing that you're looking at, that thing that you want to go and obtain. And then on top of that, bringing in a healing modality or a healing energy around this whole situation. So I feel comfortability, like comfort and comfortability is coming through for some reason. You are comfortable. Okay. What is in the environment? Ooh. Environment. 5 of fire. This is making me feel that, because this is the 5 of Wands, right? So with the 5 of Wands comes tension and conflict. It's making me feel that in your environment, you may have reason to be in conflict with someone, or someone feels that they are justified in their conflict with you because you're acting this way or you're going through this thing here. So you may be arguing with someone or not seeing eye to eye with someone because you're so like gung-ho on pursuing this siren. What else, please? It's like your whole focus is on that. And maybe some of you are actually doing like some PI work or detective work, or, you know, someone at work, or I don't know, has caught your eye and you're like, who are they? Like, what are they about? And like all of your energy and focus is going on to this thing. 9 of fire. It's a lot of fire coming through today for you. So 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Yeah, someone in your environment is very testy. I'm hearing the word testy. It's like play around and find out. I don't know. It's like try me or watch me type of energy. Oh my God. A lot of passion happening here in your environment. You have the 7 of Wands as well. 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Someone wants to win, I'm feeling. I mean, you don't have the 6 of Wands, but someone definitely wants to win and sort of like be on top or overcome something, or be better at something as well. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I have distractions in the background over here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's like, watch me do this thing. It's like, you don't believe me. You don't believe I'm going to do it. Like you doubt me, or you don't believe in me. So not so much that you don't believe them, but you don't believe in them. There's something about that. And I don't know if you're actually feeling this way about somebody, or they're perceiving that from you, right? Like they feel that you think of them that way. And so they're very testy around you right now. And I don't think that they very much agree with your Knight of Fire and all of this like passion that you're exerting at this time and this action. Maybe you have these like plans and ideas to get out of a situation that makes you feel stuck, right? That you know is going to give you more healing. You have a plan, but to them, It's like they don't agree with this plan. They don't agree that you've thought it out, right? Because the Knight of Wands is impulsive. So maybe you're just being really impulsive and they're just like, no, 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 no. Okay. They do have their guard up for sure. They're trying, I'm also getting the sense of control as well, trying to control the situation, control your decisions or your actions also. So I don't know what that's about. We'll see if they come through. I mean, a person has not come through. Okay. So this is in your environment. So this could be like a situation that you find yourself in that you feel the need to control it. You feel the need to come out ahead and on top, you know, because there's tension, there's conflict in your environment. So it could be like your home life or your work life, something like that. It doesn't have to be a literal person. This also has to do with growth. So this is like maturity or growth in your position at work or wisdom, learning something. I'm feeling growth. Like somebody here or people in your environment think that you haven't matured enough or that you can't handle something. I'm also getting you can't handle something. And so therefore, once again, it goes into that feeling of watch me do this, you know, like I'm also getting for some of you, you've never done this before, or to other people, they've never seen you do this. They've never seen you like this, right? Like maybe you're coming through more mature, more experienced, but to them, they don't believe it because they've never seen that from you, you know? So it's like you're even trying to surprise yourself here. Because for some reason, you have to step up somehow, and you never have been put in a position to step up before. I don't know. Okay. All right, so we're going to go and start another spread here, get some more info, and see what's coming through for the Pisces at this time. This could be in the form of people, situations, circumstances. What does the Pisces need to anticipate, prepare for, expect? Yay! 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, people coming together on the same page, having heart-to-heart conversations here. 6 of Pentacles. Give and take, reciprocal energy. I do for you, you do for me. You know, having each other's back. There's people or two people who what one lacks, the other carries, and vice versa. Somebody here may need your help. And maybe this is another reason why you feel like you have to step up in a way that you've never stepped up before. Page of Cups. New loving energy. Genuine, authentic feelings. Heart warm feelings. 3 of Wands. You've been waiting for this for quite some time. I'm feeling a lot of communication coming through with the 3 of Wands as well. I'm also getting like follow me energy. It's like, I got you, right? Just follow me. I know where we're going. I'll figure this out here with the riddle. Like needing to figure something out. I don't know if people go to you with their problems or you're like someone in your family or someone in your social circle. You're the person that listens, or you're the person that people are comfortable with opening up to. You try. You do what you can when you can, you know. Like, you may feel like you don't have what it takes, or you may feel like you're not the perfect person, but when called upon to be of service, you give what you can give and you do what you can do, you know. And that is enough. That is enough for people. I think people appreciate it because you think that it's not enough, but compared to the other person, whoever it is that comes to you to help, for you to help them or whatever, it's everything. All right, you also have the Six of Swords. So moving away from conflict, moving away from toxic, low-level stuff. Also moving away from like overthinking, fear, hesitation, doubt, like moving toward being sure of yourself, or moving toward something that fulfills you emotionally here. Like, if you are just getting to know someone, you know, and you feel really good about the situation, you feel good about the person, you see the positive, you see that there's hope, right, in taking this somewhere, let's just say as an example. But when that happens, especially like if you've gone through a lot of negative letdowns, right? Like in relationship or something like that, like you expect the worst, or you expect the bubble to burst, right? Like it's good for only for so long, but then after a certain time, you start to go through problems, or see the real person, or, you know, like whatever. And so we tend to get in our heads, and we tend to overthink, and we tend to like, what is this? Like, our traumas bubble up, right? Like, maybe we don't trust the person, or maybe we don't trust that this is the right path that we should be on. We start to hesitate and second guess ourselves. Instead of, if it feels good here with the Knight of Fire, then if it feels good in the moment, then that's all that matters, right? That's a Knight of Wands type of character, type of energy. You know, if it feels good in the moment, they're going to do it, right? The moment that it doesn't feel good, they're going to go to something that does feel good, or at least get away from the thing that doesn't feel good. So it feels very much like that. Some of you may have Sagittarius energy in your birth chart, or be dealing with the Sagittarian, because that is sort of what they're known for. So, you know, Nine of Cups here, going toward this feeling of satisfaction, you know, like when you feel good, when things are good in your family, when things are good in your relationship, when things are good at work, right? Like, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to complain about even, you know. There's also a sense of pride coming through with this Nine of Cups. Yeah, you want to end a dark phase in life. You want to just put it to rest already. Something that was hard, you know, like really hard to go through. And maybe there were moments as you were going through this ending that you even felt like, could you even get through it, right? Like, sometimes we go through endings and it's just like, I'm gonna die here. Like, I don't see any way out of this pain, you know? So I don't know what it is that you have went through that caused an ending, but that process of the ending, right? Not only just to end it, which is a process in of itself, but also to go through the aftermath of when it ended, right? And getting used to the fact that that thing no longer exists. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to go through here. So yeah, you can be proud, you know, if you've made steps to get out of this darkness or dark place. If you are working on your mental stability and your mental state and, you know, getting healthy, right? Internally, externally, physically as well. Sort of just changing your life. I feel here with this row, like somebody has gone through a life change, but purposely, consciously, actively has done and made these changes. Yes, the catalyst happened, right? Where maybe you experience a loss of some sort, which triggered the fact that you needed to start making changes in your life. But nonetheless, you still consciously, actively, purposely did it. So it makes me feel like this has been your process, and you can say, you know, with 100% certainty that you have come this far, you've come so far, you know, and you're proud of that, it feels. What else here for the Pisces? But for some reason, that healing process and maybe your experience in general, ending this thing and going through the healing of the end, is coming up now. So it doesn't feel to me like you're going through it now. It feels like you've got into a good place, right? But for some reason, the history, the memories, the storytelling, maybe little triggers here and there are bubbling up all of a sudden. And maybe for some of you, you really don't understand it so much. Maybe another person, just by their presence, is sort of bringing up these past moments. And so you're trying to there's a lot of like understanding, like why things are happening, which tells me that you're in a really good place, like you're present, or, you know, you're conscious as you are having these interactions or whatever, to know and pick up on the fact that you have been triggered, or a memory has bubbled up or resurfaced, or a certain feeling that you thought you healed is coming back. And it's okay, right? Like this entire lifetime is full of healing. The healing never stops. Okay. So if we think to ourselves like, oh, I'm just going to heal from it, get over it. Okay. It's deeper than that, right? Like these things, it goes in a swirl, right? It's not a straight line. You know, if you're on the path, you are healing and you're going around, and then you meet up with these moments again. And you're going around, right? Does that make sense? I think of it as a swirl. You're not just going from point A to point B. So when you're on life, when you're on life, like we all are on life, these past moments hit us every now and then, especially a water sign, right? Like as sensitive and nostalgic and dreamy and ethereal, you know, the way you are. So I'm glad that at least you're noticing that. It doesn't mean that this is your current situation. It doesn't mean that this is your current circumstance. Be careful not to bring the past with you and incorporate these things into your present. You can look at your past from afar. You can say like, hey, I remember you, right? But it's not present. If you subscribe to this whole idea of being present at all times, then you know that now is the only truth, right? Now is the only thing that is real. A second ago and beyond was the past, and it's not real. A second from now and beyond that in our future is the future and it's not real, right? Does that make sense? So you can remember these things, but just be careful not to confuse the fact that they are coming up and they're bubbling up for some reason and confuse that with like, oh, I'm reliving this whole experience again, or I'm reliving these behaviors and I'm attracting the same type of person or whatever again, because this person is a whole new person. This situation is a whole new situation, right? If you see similarities, it's good to reflect on them and notice, like, why is this coming up? Why does this feel familiar? You know, is it me that is projecting, right, my trauma and my unhealed parts of it? Or is it, in fact, this person is really like the same as the ex person, or this situation is the same, right? I mean, more often than not, like every situation, every person is different. They may have little bits and pieces of similarities, and then that just goes back on you, and you should reflect on yourself and say like, hey, why am I attracting the same type of person just in a different body? Okay. Or you can really reflect and notice that, hey, this person is not like that at all. This is just my trauma talking. This is the memory. And you can put it away. But you also have the devil and the sun. So I'm not like, how can I say, I don't subscribe to like the fact that the devil is this like awful energy. I usually, more often than not, am all about it because it does bring with it a sense of power and self-authority and sovereignty along with it, which I think it's important for all of us to have. It just depends on how you're using it, you know. I am definitely not one to judge either. So, let's see. Ooh. All right. Well, with this row, it's making me feel that the devil is your passion. You are engulfing yourself and all of your soul and your being into this relationship, into this other person. And I knew that there was another person. But the weird thing is that they haven't shown up. Like their energy, their essence, you know. It's the fact that there is somebody here, but it doesn't feel either one, they're holding back, right? If they are the siren, because once again, this type of person does not, they're not so easy to read. They're not so easy to grab onto and understand. Or what is this? Or I don't know why they're not here. This could just be the fact that it doesn't matter. Yes, they matter to you, but it doesn't matter if they're here or not, right? Like this reading is about you and what you're going through, okay? But what you're going through right now is a whole bunch of passion. Very, very gravitated with this 8 of Cups going toward this relationship and this 2 of Cups. It is so clear to you. There's like no hesitation here that this is where you want to go. This is what you want to feel. You want to feel this thing, this person makes you feel, and you love to feel, right? So they satisfy that, whether it's from a heart, emotional perspective or a physical, sensual perspective. I'm also getting here a visual as well. They satisfy your need to feel them visually. I don't know what that means, but the sun's eyes are making me feel that. I don't know what to say. I mean, you're indulging in it, you know. Yes, this devil is very similar to this 8 of Swords from the fact that you're stuck, mesmerized. you know, you're stuck here, then you want to be. It's like, it feels so good to be here. What else can I say? Is there anything else to say? I don't know. I mean, I feel like somebody here wants clarity, wants more from me. Somebody here wants me to give them more info. Do I want to do that? I'm just scared that, like, this reading is so good and it's so clear to me, and I'm hoping it's clear to you. Once we start pulling clarifiers, if you know tarot, you know how tricky and complicated that can get. So I'm going to say nope. Let's pull an oracle card instead. This is good enough to satisfy your questions today. And if you need more, then just watch more videos. Watch your rising sign, your moon sign, your partner sign. I have the other half of the love readings to do. I'm going to start doing those after this reading. So stay tuned. All right, what is a good takeaway message for the Pisces that I'm reading for today, please? Takeaway message for the Pisces. There, I gave you 2 oracles. Ooh, magic. And delight. Oh my God. I knew I felt so good going into this reading. Like, I knew this reading was going to be fun. Okay, so magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Beautiful. I think that the both of you, this is about another person, which obviously it is, just create this high vibe. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt this way with like certain people that you connect with. Like, as soon as you connect with them, the vibe grows, right? It's like an orb of light or an orb of magic. It just intensifies, and it's almost as though your powers are just like vibing together, right? And sometimes you can physically see that, right? Like when you take pictures, you see together, there's always light, or you always get the chills, right? Like running through your body when you come into contact with one another, or, you know, maybe you call each other at the same time, or you're thinking about each other at the same time, or something like that. It feels very much like that, right? Like 2 people, when they come together in whatever way, create magic and delight. So beautiful. I love that. That was a perfect ending. I'm glad we didn't do the clarifiers. Okay, Pisces, I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you so much, as always, for your time and energy. I hope you guys have a great year. Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.